Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you what's going on in my garden and how everything is doing. My green stalks are looking amazing since we planted on my last video. So grab yourself something to drink. Mine's definitely coffee because it's the morning time. And I am not a morning person. I'm really trying hard to be so I can film in the mornings while my girls are sleeping. So this is going to be a challenge for me, but I'm going to really try hard. So let's go. I'm going to start with my 5-tier original planter, which is what we planted last week. It's doing really good. Here is the Greenstalk right now, all planted out. It's fully planted. I used up every single space, of course. So I'll kind of go through and show you guys what is going on. So all the tomatoes in this, every single one of them are the ones that I started from seed. They're all a bush variety, either a yellow or a red. They are doing amazing. Honestly, they're actually my best looking tomatoes right now, which I'm really proud of. But they all have lots of flowers coming in. And I picked up several different varieties of peppers at some of our local places, mostly. I got a hot cherry pepper, which if you guys have grown this, let me know. I have never even seen this. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think they grow about this big, and they're just almost like cherry tomatoes, but a little bit larger. I have a sweet banana, which I love the sweet banana. There's the Yolo Wonder. Here's the jalapenos that my mom gave me. They're still a little small, but they're doing better. This is a New Mex Big Jim, and it is a big plant. I got some basil in here. This is something I started from seed too. I've actually been cutting off this. I made a basil chicken the other night, which was amazing. It was mostly Thai basil, but I added a little bit of this Genovese basil, and it was delicious. Here is another tomato plant. These are huge too. They're looking amazing. Here's my favorite little marigold. This is the Queen Sophia. Love this one. I got 4 of these Hungarian hot waxed peppers, which are doing really great. They already have peppers coming in. And more tomatoes. There's the habanero. And this is the ancho. Look how tall this thing is. Ancho or ancho? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm probably butchering it. Yeah, and let's go up here. I believe this one is my Serrano. And I have some more of the Genovese basil, which you guys, I honestly cannot have enough of this. I go through it so fast. I probably honestly didn't even plant enough. I might start some more, but yeah, because I do make tons and tons of freezer pesto with it, which we eat throughout the winter. So yeah, lots of different varieties of peppers. This is Tabasco. So these peppers grow up, and I think they'll look so beautiful in this planter. So yeah, overall, everything's looking really beautiful. Another Queen Sophia. Some really hot days, and we've had some really rainy days. So I actually haven't watered this in a few days. It's just been all rain, but so far it's looking amazing. This is that Table Ace acorn squash. Looks like it's about ready to flower. And then these are a cucumber. They're a trellising cucumber. I don't know if they're going to do well in this pot. This is just kind of an experiment. But we'll see. I've had some luck in pots before, but this one's a little bit more shallow. And I know their roots do not like to be disturbed. So that's the only thing I'm kind of concerned about, is there's roots hitting the edge of that pot and not being very happy about it. Not being able to spread. So we'll see. Try it out. This is a tomato that I picked up. This is the early girl tomato I picked up at a plant sale. These are the 2 that were probably the most unhealthy that I had. This one's looking, yeah, okay, but it should do okay. And then here's, you know, another marigold because they're just everywhere. Snapdragons. Here's some mint. I've had this mint for probably like 6 years. Smells amazing. Okay, and here's my other Greenstalk. Here is some more basil, which I pruned all my basils pretty heavily with that recipe. I needed a cup of it, so I think I did a cup and a half actually. Here's the red sales lettuce coming in nicely. Some chard, some spinach. Here is a butter crunch lettuce. I love butter crunch in my salads. This is the blue curly kale. And here's the Thai basil. Yeah, I really butchered this thing. This was a lot bigger. But I had so much Thai basil and I'm like, I gotta eat something from my garden. Like, it's always so nice to eat, you know, something from your garden. So I looked up recipes and found a recipe that used a lot of it. And so I went for it. Here is another lettuce. This is the black-seeded Simpson. And then here are some purple bush beans. I have tons and tons of these, you guys. I mean, they're everywhere. I think I have all these bottom rows of just beans. Not all the purple beans. I have some of the blue lake beans. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. This is my Hawaiian strawberry. Look at this. These are about ready to actually harvest. Pretty close. I'll probably wait a few more days. But yeah, they're supposed to be harvested when they're white. It's probably, yeah, I don't know. I need to look up when these are ready because this is my first year having this plant. They're supposed to taste like pineapple and grow like a strawberry. And then I had a runner coming off of it, which I clipped right here, and I replanted it. This stuff is gonna die, these outer parts and these leaves, but this inner crown is alive and hopefully rooting. Here's some more kale. Spinach. We use tons and tons of spinach because I make a smoothie almost daily, and I love putting spinach in it. Yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. It's not as full out as I would like it to be, but I also just sowed several seeds in here, so it's kind of a little bit slower. But yeah, and I have harvested quite a bit of kale. I made some kale chips the other week, and I used quite a bit of my kale. So that's why these aren't looking as lush and beautiful. But it was delicious, so it was worth it. And then here's some Hungarian hot wax pepper. Here it is, you guys. I absolutely love these Greenstalks so far. They are amazing. And here's one of my strawberry pots. You guys, look at all of these strawberries. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. These need to be thinned out next year, but for now, yeah, we're going to get lots of yummy strawberries. I'm going to be clipping all the extra runners off too, because I certainly do not need any more in this pot. It is very packed out, as you can see. There's a little clematis that I have. More strawberries. I always try to get ever-bearing varieties because I like my strawberries all year. They do have June-bearing strawberries, but June-bearing strawberries, you're only going to get strawberries for a short part of the season. And I like my strawberries all season long. I don't know the exact variety that I have. I just know that they're ever-bearing and they're pretty dang good. So, and also that white Hawaiian one that I have, that is ever-bearing as well. I had to make sure. So I'm hoping that I can get several strawberry plants from that one. That's why I only bought one too, and also to make sure that we like the taste. But I'm sure we will, because honestly, most things that grow in the garden, I really learned to love. And when you garden and you love something and you take care of it, you learn to love it. And it's not even something that's forced. It's something that is like just very appreciated. So it's really cool to see something grow from a seed or a plant in your own yard or garden. Here are my cayenne peppers, doing fabulous. Yep, they got tons of side shoots coming out. Here is the red night marigold. I think I have 6 of these around my yard. And here's the lemon thyme, you guys. Love this stuff. Okay, if you have not tried this, you definitely should. If you love iced tea or water with herbs in it, it has a little bit of a thyme flavor, but it also has like a lemon twist to it. So I just take a little clipping like this. So you take this little clipping and you drop it right in your water. It is so good, and you can taste that lemon thyme flavor right away. So definitely pick yourself up one of those if you are into herbal water, because I think that most people would really enjoy something like that. Plus they're really beautiful and they're perennial in most areas, so that's also nice too. Here's my daughter's garden, looking so good. She loves it too. She gets mad at me when I water it. Yeah, she's got tons of little buds. All her little lights and butterflies. Nasturtium. She's got 5 of these cherry tomato plants. They're the bush variety again. And then she has some alyssum right here. She planted these onions in here. She's kind of, yep. And then she planted just a clipping of one of my marigolds. And here are some cucumbers that we planted. I originally planted some and I think they got a little dry and they didn't germinate. So we replanted a different variety because I actually want to try a different variety anyways. So we're putting a different variety there. Tomato. Here's her alyssum. And I don't know why, but all my basil in my garden is not doing near as well as my green stalks. I don't know why. And they're also getting eaten by some bugs. Parsley, of course, because she's got to have her parsley. I believe this is a zinnia coming up. Here is some sage that I'm actually going to let flower for the pollinators. Another Queen Sophia marigold. This is some thyme. We go through tons of thyme. It's definitely getting some size on it a little bit more. Here's our pineapple tomato. This one's looking pretty nice. Here is a, let's see, which one is this? This is the early girl. Sorry, ignore my pile. I was doing some yard work yesterday and my trash is full. Here is a Cherokee purple. Looking good. Here's my cilantro, which I actually cut this probably like 4 days ago and it's already back up. I just cut it and it comes back. And then this is another, well, that's the San Marzano. That one has gotten absolutely hammered by septoria, which is a fungus, which all of my tomatoes in this bed have had. So it's something that I'm going to have to fight all year. I know it's really common in other areas that are a little bit more humid, but unfortunately I got it this year. And so I'm really happy though, because I caught it early. Like you can see, like these leaves look amazing. So, well, maybe not. I'm going to watch this one. If you see this, that doesn't actually look like it to me. I caught it pretty early and it can absolutely hammer your tomato plants and some other plants too. But so far, these ones are looking actually a lot better than I thought. Much better than they were a few days ago. So hopefully I've kind of gotten rid of that, but we will see. Here are some onions. These bigger ones, I've actually bought little small bulbs and planted them, which I'm going to do every single year probably because they they definitely have a lot more size on them. And these ones I started in my winter sowing. And I just threw them in here just to see because I had some extra space. So we'll see about those guys. Here are some beans. And then I thought I planted beans in here, but I actually did not. So these are empty as of now, mostly. And so I'm just kind of deciding what I'm going to plant here. And then here's my potatoes. These need to be hilled up yeah, these really need to be held up. Might be a little behind on some of it. So I'll probably do that today. But yeah, they're looking giant. So here are my radishes looking great, other than they are getting eaten alive by. So this week, when I saw that they were getting eaten so bad, which I knew it was coming because that just always happens with my radishes, I went inside and I made a garlic spray. And so what I did is I took 4 or 5 cloves of garlic and I put it in my food processor and I processed it. And then I strained out the bigger chunks and I put them in actually just a watering can. And I laid it all around all my radishes, my carrots, everything that they like to eat, some of my herbs in the garden. And we'll see if it works. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you updated, but definitely try to keep this as organic as possible. And I have heard that that works. I've never tried it. I've actually I usually avoid planting radishes because of that reason, sadly. Here's my carrot bed with a pepper plant. I had a squirrel dig a hole right here, and the seeds that I had planted were they spread around. So I was like, well, I have a little empty pocket, so I'll just plant this pepper plant. I had an extra one, so yeah. These are carnival blend, and then Danver carrots. I kind of just have a mixed. And then in the middle, I figured I had definitely some extra space. So I went in and planted some purple carrots. They're dark purple carrots. So I planted those in there. And then on this side, in this empty space over here, I planted some beets. You can kind of see them mixed in with some weeds. I'll go through and do a better job weeding once those get a little bit bigger. Here's my black cherry tomato. This guy got really hammered by that too, sadly. But he looks like he's doing a little bit better. And then here's my peas. They're climbing up this trellis really nicely. I have red Russian kale. I've harvested this twice now for some kale chips, and it just keeps coming back. I just clip the bigger leaves off and then let these center shoots grow up. And so far, we are pest free on these guys, which is amazing, especially being in ground. Aphids absolutely destroy my lettuce in the garden every year. Here is my black-seeded Simpson. Yep, this one's got a little bit of pest damage, you can see, but I will stay on top of that. And then here's another one. Here's my cilantro. This I started from seed too, just so I could kind of get a head start. I started that back in I think it was April. And in the middle of this bed, I just actually sowed a squash seeds. I believe I did the acorn squash, a bush variety, just to kind of fill in that empty space. So I did that right here. Right here, I have a little pear tree that I have. It looks like it's dead, but it's not. It's still dormant. You can see how it's still a little green. It's still dormant, which I think is pretty common for fruit trees that are bare root. It basically is just trying to protect itself from drought or from the cold, and I'm assuming this one's the cold. I've been watering it really well. Yeah, we'll see if it has leaves this year, but as long as I can keep it alive, I'll be happy, honestly. And here is my little apple tree. That was a bare root tree. I planted them at the same time as my pear, and this one's doing really well. It's looking awesome. So I'm excited about this. This is the 3 combination. And so what they do is they just graft on different varieties onto a stem. So yeah, it's looking really good. Also, can we just point out this really cute little planter behind me? This is some coleus that I started from seed in March, which did so well. More coleus that I started from seed. This is a fuchsia. I can't remember the variety, but I love this. I grew it last year and it gets a little bit taller. So cute. Here's some impatiens. And then this I just dug up out of the ground. So hopefully it can drop over. But yeah. Anyways, I just want to say thank you guys so much for following this video. I've had several new followers this week from my last video, I think. And that makes me really excited to share what's going on in my garden and connect with a community of people that love to garden just as much as me. So thanks guys so much for following and watching and supporting, and we'll see you next time.